Hey guys, I'm Robert, Gen X Gearhead, and I wanted to give you a quick overview on the maintenance on this car. This is not a how-to video. There's plenty of great videos out there already on how to do this stuff that I'm about to go through on this car, but this is just my experience doing the work. So I bought this car, it had only 10,000 miles on it when I bought it. I crawled all through it. There was no corrosion. It was a very well cared for car with only 10,000 miles on it. It's not a lot that can go wrong. And I've done oil changes on it every 5,000 miles. I take good care of the car. It's completely stock. No flash, no pulleys, nothing like that. But I've hit 61,000 miles, and as I hit about 55,000 miles, I started to get a weep hole leak on the water pump. So I knew that's typical on these cars. They tend to go bad between 50 and 60. And sure enough, you know, mine went bad. I pushed it a little bit more, up to 61,000 miles. It got way too bad for me to live with. So finally bit the bullet and decided to do this. So again, a lot of great video resources out there already. So I started with FCP Euro. They're a parts supplier. Their videos are fantastic. They're calm. They have some good tips in there. There's lots of other videos that you can sit there and watch on how to do this, and the little tips and tricks and tools and blah blah blah. My experience on this thing is, if you have not rebuilt a engine in the past, and by that it can be something as simple as a lawnmower, where you have to, you know, reseal stuff and install parts and rebuild the carburetor. If you better yet is if you've rebuilt something like I don't know, a KTM 4-stroke engine, or a Honda competition engine or something like that. That is really good training for what it's going to take to get comfortable doing something like this and to do it in a reliable way. The advice I'm going to give you is how I did it and what I would recommend for anybody deciding to dive into this. So my assumption is you have some mechanical ability. Also, that this isn't your only vehicle. You have another way to get around, because I guarantee you're going to find something else that needs to be repaired or a part that needs to be bought that's going to take some time. Thirdly is that you are willing to take the time to do it right. And lastly is that you are willing to use good quality parts. Okay, if you're in a rush, if you have to rely on the vehicle at the time you're working on it, if you're a cheapskate, and if you don't have a decent space to work on this thing, man, don't do it. Just save up some money, sell some crap, you know, whatever you need to do, get somebody else to do it, or hire somebody to come in who knows how to do it, and you can look over their shoulder and you can learn a few things, okay? So what I ended up doing on this thing, because the water pumps go out at 50 to 60,000 miles, there's a bunch of other crap that goes out before 100,000 miles. I don't want to pull this thing apart again, at least till 100,000 miles, maybe beyond. So, supercharger came off. I cleaned the inside of the supercharger. I did not disassemble it. I did change the supercharger gear oil. I took apart the tumble flap assembly and the port divider flaps, cleaned all the carbon off of that. It was disgusting. So cleaned all the crap off of that. I cleaned the intake ports. There's lots of videos on using walnut blasters. I ended up buying some of that stuff myself. I honestly think you could do it using like Berryman Chem Tool, and a series of scrapers and little brushes and a fluid extractor to suck all that gunk back out again. I found chunks of carbon in there. It's disgusting. But so anyway, that being said, you don't have to do the walnut blasting thing, and for a lot of people that hopefully is a relief, because you need a compressor, you need a vacuum, you need the walnut blasting kit itself, you need the media. All that stuff adds up. So you can do it with pure chemistry and mechanical, like sort of picking at it and cleaning it up, and brushes and that sort of thing. You can get in there and do that and do a pretty dang good job of it. And in a lot of ways it's cleaner because it's just more contained in a smaller space. Let's see, so I did all that stuff. I also did the PCV valve, I did a thermostat, I did the water pump that was failing anyway, I did 2 belts, I did 2 tensioners, I did the water coolant recovery bottle and pressure system bottle because those tend to fail over time. I also took the time to clean a bunch of electrical connectors, to retape and fix up anything that I saw that had a problem or was wearing out. I took a few hours to straighten out radiator fins on the front of the AC condenser, and I took a pick to the intercooler or the supercharger cooler that's way down at the bottom. It gets a lot of rock dings and that kind of stuff. So took the time to straighten all those out. Again, my car is stock. I'm not going to hot rod it. It's plenty fast for me. I feel fine with it. So I just wanted to optimize what I was doing. I did take the time to put it into service mode. Don't skip that step. It'll save you so much stress and hassle. And Audi makes it relatively easy to do. It actually only takes, like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to pull that bumper cap off and undo the bolts in order to pull that radiator support forward to give you the critical 4 inches to get in and do that stuff. I would not try and shortcut that. The other thing you cannot shortcut is you have to use quality parts. If you're going to use cheap parts, you're going to end up doing this job again, I promise you. So I ended up buying the Audi fuel injector seals, the seals for both sides of the intake port, right underneath the supercharger and the next level down. All new rubber seals for that. New O-rings. Any coolant pipe that came off got new O-rings. There are other replacement gaskets and seals and things like that. Just go ahead and do that. It is not worth saving, you know, maybe save 50% on the fuel injector seals by buying some aftermarket stuff. But if you're doing the job 10,000 miles later because you got a fuel leak on the inside of the car, what was the point? It sucks, right? So you know, so do it right. Lastly, don't be in a rush. Every time you open up an engine, anything that goes into that engine is going to destroy it. Okay, so there's little screws that have to come apart. There's things you're clipping off, like zip ties and other bits and pieces that can go down into an open intake port and really screw up your day. So take the time to tape things off, to use clean rags. Spray them down with WD-40 so they become like sort of sticky and hold on to any dust or dirt or anything else that's floating around in there. Stuff the intake ports, close off. Anywhere anything can get into the engine, cam sensors that come out, stuff like that, okay? Take your time to do that right. And then experience leading up to this thing, I would highly recommend, if you haven't really worked on engines before, I would highly recommend go on Marketplace or whatever, buy yourself like a, I don't know, $1,500 dirt bike with a blown up engine. Fix the engine, even if you don't ride. Buy that, fix the engine up, get it to where it runs, sell it, maybe make a couple bucks, great. But that experience is going to give you everything you need in order to be able to take apart the top third and a critical part of the engine, to take that apart, to take the time to do it right, and get yourself back into a clean, running, awesome machine. These cars are great, but they come with a price, and that price is maintenance, that price is downtime, and the price is the price of the spare parts themselves. If you don't want to deal with that stuff, man, just go buy something simpler, and, you know, go buy tickets to watch some, you know, vintage car racing or something to get your gearhead fixed. Because I'm telling you, these things take some level of commitment to them. So again, I want to thank FCP Euro for producing those videos. YouTube University is amazing, and I learned a lot in doing this thing. I buttoned the car up. I've got about 500 miles on it since I buttoned it up. I'm going to swap out the oil filter because I used Valvoline Restore and Protect in the oil change of doing this thing, and I want to make sure that any crud that's in there is getting filtered out as efficiently as possible. And then I'm going to end up changing the oil at 2,500 miles from the Restore and Protect product. Again, for Restore and Protect, I'll go for another 5,000 miles, and then I'll continue back into my usual 5,000 mile oil change from that interval. So the car is fantastic. It's rewarding. It's not cheap, and it's not for somebody who's just intimidated by this kind of thing. So I hope you have luck dealing with whatever you're dealing with out there on your car or your motorcycle, and I will see you down the road.